Possible sauropod scapula. Take to lab for precise ID. I can't stop shivering. I need to get in and out of the cold, like, soon. Looks like some kind of house. Could someone be living there? Hello? Is anyone here? Doesn't sound like it. All I want to do is lie down, getting sleepy. If I don't get warm soon, I may not make it. I feel warmer already.
Halt! The battle for the kingdom of the Snow Princess begins!
Cha!
You win! Heads up! Stop! How dare you trespass here? You shall pay for your insolence. You win! Incoming!
This must have been made by the explosion I heard. That's weird. The rock that had the fossil in it is gone. I'm not going out there again. Too dangerous.
trespass here. You shall pay for your insolence. You win. Heads up.
Ah, much better. I was really cold.
Hello?
Hi, Chantal. I finished that survey and faxed it to Tino.
I know. I was a little disappointed to hear that it had failed to pinpoint the culprit, but Tino said he's still analyzing the data, whatever that means. Anyway, what else is going on?
Did Ollie tell you that Guadalupe Comillo checked out?
Yes, he told me.
Did he tell you he pretty much threw her out?
Well, good riddance, right? I mean, he said she was an environmental nut job. In fact, he said he wouldn't be surprised if she's the one who caused those accidents and blew up the bunkhouse.
I don't think so.
You don't? I was hoping I could tell my lawyers that the case is closed and come home.
I still have to come up with proof.
Oh, that. Well, the lodge is probably better off without her in any case. Although she did pay for her stay in advance, and in cash. Cash is good. Oh well. Anything else to report?
Did you know that Ollie is building a trap to catch the wolf that's been hanging around?
No, but he told me he'd been having trouble shooting it, so good for him. Whatever it takes to get rid of it.
But why does he need to get rid of it? It's not hurting anything.
It's freaking out my guests, which means it's hurting my bottom line, especially on top of everything else that's been happening.
But why not, say, call a wolf sanctuary and have them come and take the wolf away? That would certainly be more humane.
Look, Ollie's had a lot of experience with varmints or whatever he calls them, so I have to assume that he knows best. In fact, I think he used to hunt wolves for food. Or was that bears? Lions, tigers, bears, wolves, they're all a huge insurance risk for someone in my business. So I don't care how Ollie does it. I just want that wolf gone. ASAP.
That's it for now.
Good. Talk to you soon.
I'm staying out of there until I have to fix a meal. Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up.
Halt! The battle for the kingdom of the Snow Princess begins! You win! Here you go! Halt! The battle for the kingdom of the Snow Princess begins! You win! Bombs away!
I feel warmer already. Possible sauropod scapula. Take to lab for precise ID. Looks like some kind of house. Could someone be living? Hello? Is anyone here? Doesn't sound like it. If I don't get warm soon, I may not make it. Ah, warm again.
Hello again.
Well, I better get back to work.
Drop by any time.
What's up?
Well, I'll let you go.
Ditto, dude.
Halt! By order of the Snow Princess, you shall not pass! You win! Heads up!
Ah, much better. Who's this from? Meet me in the sauna in the basement. I have some interesting information for you. A sauna sounds good to me. Hello? Anybody here? These weren't here before. That birthmark below his eye looks very familiar. Hey, is someone out there? The door's... Whew, I'm getting really, really hot. I'm running out of time. I've got to do something fast. I've got to get these pipes aligned before I pass out from the heat. There, I may still be locked in, but at least I won't feel like a rotisserie chicken anymore.
Nancy!
Mr. Kessler? What are you doing down here?
I came down here looking for Ollie, but then I heard all this noise and thought I'd better check it out. Door got stuck again, huh? Say, you look kinda bedraggled. Are you alright?
I'm fine, and I'll be even better after you and I have a little talk.
Yeah, that's me. When I was a kid, this place was practically my second home. My late grandmother, Tilly Wentworth, used to own it.
So when you said this was the first time you've been here...
I lied. See, about 2 years ago, just before she died, my grandmother sold this place to Albert Moeequay without telling anyone in her family. From what I've heard about Moeequay, I'm pretty sure he bullied her into selling. I think he cheated her, and he cheated us, and that it's high time somebody...
Taught him a lesson by, say, putting Icicle Creek Lodge out of business?
I had nothing to do with that explosion, Lou's window, the food poisoning, the icy stairs. None of that stuff. You ask me, it's karma. The Moeequays are just getting what's coming to them.
Since you used to spend so much time here, do you know if there's a way to get into Trapper Dan's Needle?
You know that pyramid thing on the table over there by the entrance to the dining room? If you fool around with it until nothing but pigs show on the outside, This compartment will open up and inside will be this round magnetic thing that used to be Trapper Dan's special master key. Just hold it up by the needle and a hidden door'll pop open.
But I already opened up the pyramid and there was nothing inside.
There wasn't? Oh. Well, I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Could that magnetic key thing be somewhere else?
You know, Grandma Tilly once told me that if you turn the top of the pyramid 45 degrees, then fill all the boxes on the outside with one kind of animal, then another kind of animal, until you do that for all 4 animals, she said if you do that, you'd find a journal in there written by Trapper Dan himself.
Did you ever read it?
I was a kid. What would I want to read some crazy old coot's journal for?
I better get going.
Okie dokie.
Daniel Weissnitz, better known as Trapper Dan, I'll bet. The first thing you need to do is crack my cipher below, or just follow the moose, wolf, raccoon, and Mary. Looks like the rest is in some kind of code. Can't find Mary? Well, try pulling on that rope above the vaults. You'll just have to keep it taut. Mary always helped me with that. Mary must have been referring to his pet pig.
Hello?
Hi, Chantal. It's Nancy again.
What's up?
Do you have any idea what would make Bill Kessler think that your father cheated Tilly Wentworth when he bought Icicle Creek Lodge from her?
What does Bill Kessler know about it?
Apparently, she was his grandmother.
Okay, here's what happened. Apparently, Tilly Wentworth got addicted to the shop-at-home channel and couldn't stop buying things. And pretty soon, she was in debt up to her eyeballs. So finally, totally desperate, she went to my father and offered to sell the lodge to him for just enough money to pay off her creditors. But there was one stipulation, that my father never tell her family the real reason she was selling.
Why not?
She was embarrassed. She didn't want her children and grandchildren to discover that she'd squandered their inheritance. So my father bought the lodge from her, and as it turns out, she passed away soon afterwards. My father kept his word and never said anything to her family, even when they started saying that he'd somehow forced her to sell the lodge to him at a ridiculously low price.
Wow, Bill Kessler has no idea.
Well, unfortunately, it's gotta stay that way, so don't tell him. It's what his grandmother wanted.
That's it for now.
I have to get going too. Bye!
Order up. 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 Whales rule! Yikes. Looks like Yanni has good reason to be so paranoid. Something tells me this radio belongs to Yanni, and if so, why is he hiding it? That ought to do it. That ought to do it.
You cannot pass until you have proven yourself in battle. You win! Bombs away!
Ah, warm again. The Rest of My Life by Julius McQuaid. So once I get her attention by saying her name, I can give her commands. Ability to sort objects by scent. If she has an object in her mouth, she'll sniff, then drop the object near another object that has the same scent. Pinevale Hospital. Maybe I can use Isis and her incredible sense of smell to figure out who owns the notebook I found outside. All I have to do is get something from each of the people at the lodge, something that each of them has touched, then let Isis figure out which of their scents matches the scent on the notebook. Isis, stay. Wonder what this is. Looks like there's a phone number on it. That looks like a Geiger counter. What a weird thing to be chewing on. This measures radioactivity. I wonder if Isis found it outside somewhere or in here. This indentation looks just like the one on that plaque in the lodge where that missing Rex bone used to be. Paw. Isis, paw, go. Ah, much better. I was really cold.
Pinevale Hospital, Nurse Blake speaking.
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. I'm trying to locate a man named Julius McQuaid. I think he may have been treated there on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yes, Julius McQuaid. I remember him well. Was he a relative, dear?
Was? You mean he passed away?
Yes, dear. Viral pneumonia. As I recall, we admitted him and he was gone less than 24 hours later.
Well, I wasn't a relative and I didn't really know him. We had kind of a mutual friend.
From his appearance, it looked as if he'd spent the last several years holed up somewhere in the wilderness. That's why I remember him. I felt sorry for him, living all alone like that.
Actually, he wasn't alone. He was with our mutual friend.
Well, that's good to hear.
Do you still have his personal effects?
When he came in, all he had were the clothes on his back, no wallet, nothing. We turned his clothes over to the authorities along with his remains, but last I heard, they weren't able to locate any relatives either. I'm sure by now he's been cremated.
Well, thank you for the information.
Sorry the news couldn't have been better. Goodbye, dear.
How can I help you?
Why do you have a radio hidden away in your room?
How do you know about that?
All I know is when I got done cleaning the moose head, that compartment was open. And when I looked in it, there was the radio. Now you answer my question.
I use that radio to communicate with my coaches. It's a special radio. It scrambles the signal so that my competitors cannot listen in.
How did you know there was a secret compartment in your room?
The first night I was here, I searched for bugs, something which, due to the cunning of my competitors, I've become very good at. I discovered that by pushing on the moose eye, a compartment opened up. What I don't know is, did you really open that compartment by mistake, or were you up to something else? How do I know you are not working for them?
I'm no spy, Mr. Volksteyer. I'm just very observant.
Who else have you told about the radio?
No one.
I believe you, Nancy. So if I find out you're lying, both of us will be very sorry.
Do you have any proof that your competitors are out there spying on you?
When one has enemies, it's prudent to assume that they are always close by. They are here, Nancy. Make no mistake.
You're busy, so I'll let you go.
We'll talk again, I'm sure.
You've reached the Dr. Nikki Sabatini, professor of geology at the University of Alberta, Camrose. The sound of the beep? No, disregard all that. I'm here. Who's this?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm staying at the Icicle Creek Lodge, and I recently came across some kind of device that had your phone number on it.
Describe the device.
Well, it has a spike on one end of it, and...
Well, I'll be darned. Where did you say you found it?
Well, actually, someone's dog was using it as a chew toy. She must have found it outside somewhere. You know what it is?
It's a geophone. Someone stole a whole crate of them from me when I was out on Skookum Ridge not too long ago.
What's a geophone?
If you stick it in the ground, a geophone will detect seismic waves and turn them into electrical signals, which are then transmitted to a computer so they can be recorded and eventually interpreted. It lets geologists like me make maps of mineral deposits and such without doing any digging. See, I was preparing to do a subsurface survey of the area using reflection seismology. I set up camp, stored all my equipment in a trailer, went into town for supplies, and when I came back, the trailer had been broken into, and all my geophones were gone. I was gonna be the first person to do a full geological survey of the Icicle Creek drainage and the ridges surrounding it. Got grant money and everything. The person who ripped off my equipment sure screwed that up for me. If I ever get my hands on him, oh!
When you say seismic waves, are you talking about earthquakes?
In a way. You see, the seismic waves that geophones detect are man-made. You detonate something on the surface of the ground, and the concussion creates seismic waves which bounce off different geological features differently, depending on the impedance of the feature. The reflected waves are what the geophones detect and transmit.
So, to put the geophones to use, you need to blow things up?
Correct.
That's interesting. So, if someone were looking for valuable mineral deposits, they might use geophones to do it?
If someone had the technical expertise, yes. Although reflection seismology is more typically employed to locate deposits of hydrocarbons, like oil and gas.
What types of mineral deposits are likely to be found around the Icicle Creek drainage?
All kinds of deposits: silver, lead, uranium, molybdenum. I love saying that word, molybdenum. I think that's why I became a geologist, just so I'd have a reason to say molybdenum. Anyway, if you come across any more of my geophones, or anything that would indicate who stole them, please let me know.
I will.
Good.
What do you know about dinosaur bones?
Precious little, I'm afraid. I know it's possible to find good specimens in Alberta, particularly in your area, but beyond that, paleontology's not really my thing, and all my paleo pals are currently off digging in the dirt on the other side of the world, so I'm afraid I can't refer you to anyone either.
Are dinosaur bones good for anything?
Other than studying? If you're a scientist, no. But because they're obviously rare, a lot of people collect them. In fact, I understand there's a pretty big black market for them.
Black market? You mean people pay money for dinosaur bones?
People pay big money for them.
I came across a Geiger counter. What can you tell me about them?
The closer you get to a source of radiation, the more they click. They've been around for about 100 years. They're portable.
Do you know what range of radiation is unsafe?
Assuming the Geiger counter is measuring radiation in the environment and not in, say, a nuclear power plant, I wouldn't worry about it. When it comes to exposure to radiation, even the experts can't agree on what's safe and unsafe. And the fact is, you're exposed to radiation every single day. You can't avoid it. You absorb cosmic rays from space, ingest carbon-14 in food, inhale radon from the ground. You even get a dose of radiation whenever you watch TV, albeit a teeny tiny one. Plus, it's a cumulative thing. Is it okay to get your arm x-rayed? Sure. Is it okay to get your arm x-rayed every day for a year? Probably not a good idea. But will it positively increase your risk of cancer? Depends on how much other radiation you're routinely exposed to, and your health habits, and your genetic makeup.
In other words, if I'm getting a high reading on my Geiger counter, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm in imminent danger?
Exactly. Unless the object that's giving you the high reading is labeled plutonium, of course. You'd definitely be up a creek then.
I appreciate your taking the time to talk to me.
One more thing. All of my geophones were hardwired to transmit at 990 kilohertz. So if you find any kind of receiver tuned to that frequency, check it out, because it could very well belong to the thief. Bye! Hello?
Hi, Lupe. This is Nancy Drew again.
Is everything all right?
The wolf's fine. I just have some questions.
Like what?
Have you ever heard of someone named Julius McQuaid?
Julius McQuaid? No, doesn't ring any bells.
I think he's the reason why the white wolf isn't afraid of humans. He kind of made a pet out of her.
Well, in that case, I wish I did know him, so I could smack him upside the head. It's his fault the wolf is in this predicament. People should never make pets out of wild animals. Ever.
That's it for now.
Call me the instant anything happens.
Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up. Long as it's not time to cook, I might as well stay out of the kitchen. Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up. Or order up. Order up. I think I'll keep one of these washcloths. The scents match, which means those notes belong to Lou Talbot. I feel warmer already. Now what? Lou Talbot, charged with trespassing, vandalism, and theft, found digging on private property, creating a piece of architecture inspired by maverick artist Poppy Dada, of keeping the dinosaur bones dug up in the process. Dinosaur bones?
What's up?
Do you think I could have the Rex bone that you took from that plaque by the display case?
Dude, what makes you think I took some bone from some plaque?
Because you referred to it in your notebook, which I found outside in the snow.
Notebook?
Someone who has a really good nose for such things is positive that it's yours.
All right, here's the deal. There's a lot of people out there who collect stuff like fossils and dinosaur bones, okay? They pay big bucks for them. And it just so happens paleontology's kind of my thing, so yeah, I collect bones and I sell them.
And because you want to find more bones like the one from that plaque, you've been using explosives rather than a shovel around here to dig them up.
Negative. I'm not the one who's been making things go boom out there. I mean, I may have found a couple of good specimens in a couple of craters, but I didn't make the craters, and I don't know who did. There. That's the key to the closet in my room. You want the bone from that plaque? Go ahead and take it. Okay, dude, excitement's over. Whose move?
Look at all these bones. Lou's been a busy guy. Here's the one I'm looking for, the Rex bone that's missing from that plaque. So, I can rearrange these by continuing to drop the tile that falls out the bottom into one of the columns at the top. The question is, how should I rearrange them? Match the symbols and line them up in rows of 3, maybe? Bingo! The wolf followed me. I wonder if she expects me to do something. Looks like the map to some kind of maze. Forward. Forward. Jump. Forward. Jump. Paw. Isis. Forward. Forward. Jump. Forward. Jump. Paw. Go. Looks like some kind of gate is in her way. A moose, a wolf, a raccoon, and a pig. The same animals Trapper Dan mentioned in his journal when it came to getting into his needle without the key. I'll bet that's what's behind this wall, a room below the needle. Next thing I have to do is get each of these panels open. Next thing I have to do is get each of these panels open. Forward, right, left, right, jump, forward, Isis, forward, right, left, right, jump, forward, go. Ah, warm again. My jacket! I'm getting the definite feeling I'm not wanted here. Order up. Order up. Order up.
Lou Talbot's gone, in case you didn't know. Just up and left.
Do you have any idea why?
Probably sick of salmon. The good news is, you don't have to do the cooking anymore. I can handle it from here on out.
I'll get out of your hair now.
By the way, you dumped the laundry bag before all the rooms were cleaned, so I put it back up at the front desk.
Hello?
Hi, it's Nancy Drew.
What's this I hear about Lou Talbot leaving?
I'm afraid it's true.
This is not good, Nancy. When he checked in, he indicated that he was going to stay much longer than this. Maybe his bed was too soft, or maybe it was the food. Oh, Nancy, it wasn't your cooking, was it?
Actually, he left because I busted him for stealing dinosaur bones.
Dinosaur bones?
I know for a fact he took the one that was in the lobby.
There was a dinosaur bone in the lobby?
Trapper Dan referred to it as a Rex bone. And for all I know, Lou may still be around here, camping out while he looks for more bones.
Well, make sure that what few guests I still have are well treated, okay, Nancy? And please get to the bottom of this thing soon, okay? Tino keeps calling me with all these cockamamie theories, and frankly, I'm starting to think the guy's a bit of a jerk.
That's it for now.
I have to get going too. Bye.
Huh? Oh, now what?
How about another game of fox and geese?
Now you're talking. Have a seat. Ready?
Would you mind if we use this little pig I found in place of the fox piece?
Fine by me. You're pretty good. Well, would you look at that? His eyes turned red. That is some pig you got yourself there.
Okay if we start over?
Good job. Another win, another set of red eyes.
Okay if we start over?
Ah, you beat me. Another win, another set of red eyes.
Once the sun sets, it's going to get really cold. I'd better head back. Ah, warm again. Forward. Left. Left. Paw. Isis. Forward. Left. Left. Paw. Go. Forward. 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 Jump. Paw. Isis. Forward. 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 Jump. Paw. Go. Forward. Right. Forward. Jump. Left. Paw. Isis. Forward. Right. Forward. Jump. Left. Paw. Go. A black snowmobiling outfit, and it's missing a piece of material. I'd sure like to know who this belongs to. UC Brea. This bag must belong to Lou. Oh my gosh, it's full of explosives. Lou is the one who's been making those craters. He lied to me. He has been looking for dinosaur bones.
Hello? Is someone in here? Hello? Nancy?
Yanni, what are you doing here?
I was skiing, but when I passed the needle, I saw that there was a door in it. A door which was open. So I took off my skis to look, and now I am here. What is this place?
All I know is I found a bag, Lou Talbot's bag, and it's full of explosives.
Lou is the one who has been blowing up things? He is the bomber?
He's been excavating dinosaur bones. He may be responsible for a lot of the other stuff that's been going on around here, too.
You must stay here and guard the bag. I will ski back to the lodge very quickly and tell the handyman to call the authorities. Then I will return. You will be safe? Perhaps I should stay.
No, you go. I'll be fine.
I will hurry.
Looks like Yanni dropped something. It's that thing he's always wearing on his arm. Hey, Yanni! You dropped something! Yanni? She's got a glove from that snowmobiling suit Lou left behind. Wait a minute. What she just did means the scent on that glove and the scent on that thing Yanni dropped are the same. Which means the person who's been wearing that snowmobiling suit and blowing things up is Yanni. Geophone data... uranium? Oh my gosh, he set the timer. It looks like he's about to blow up the needle. Isis, we've got to get out of here, fast! Yanni's getting away!
What in blazes happened here?
Ollie, I need to borrow your snowmobile. I'll explain later. Oh no! Lying there in the snow, defeated, Yanni owned up to everything. He tainted the potato salad with bad mayonnaise, he iced down the back stairs, he opened a gas valve in the sauna, he blew up the bunkhouse using the clock he took from Guadalupe's room, and he left those pictures of Bill Kessler for me in the sauna, although he swears the door got stuck by accident in order to cast suspicion on someone else. He did all this because he wanted everyone to leave Icicle Creek Lodge. Why? because it turns out that he was actually spying for the government of Fredonia, which had sent him to Canada to look for uranium. Apparently, his superiors hoped to secretly mine what he found and smuggle it back to Fredonia. What they planned to do with it then, even Yanni didn't know, but he insisted that he never meant to hurt anyone, and that he really was the best cross-country skier in the world. Unfortunately, he'll never get a chance to prove that now. Chantal has barely been off the phone since she got back to the lodge. It seems that Yanni's shenanigans made the nightly news, not just in Canada, but in the States. And as a result, people have been booking stays right and left, much to her delight. When I told her and Ollie how Isis had helped me, they were truly amazed. Hopefully, from now on, Ollie will think twice about pulling out his rifle every time he sees a varmint. As for Isis, Guadalupe called me that very night and told me she'd found a wolf sanctuary that could take her. I could tell from the way the volunteers from the sanctuary treated her when they came to get her that she'll be in good hands at her new home. But still, it's sad that through no fault of her own, she can never run free again. They said it's possible that she might someday be released back into the wild, but not very likely. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed anyway.